man, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna. Hey, it works. What's up, people? How y'all doing this week? I'm just so used to stuff like failing the first try that it's like I don't even know what to think. Like maybe it's because other things fail. This stuff's been doing pretty good lately, though. I have to admit. Other than like this obvious like glitching you're probably gonna catch from this damn camera, I've been working on it. I didn't want to do like a how to build with it and have it do this crap because this is some amateuristic bullshit. So maybe maybe one of these times, maybe one of these days, maybe one of these lives, uh, it could stop doing this. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be cool? You remember what we were talking about last week? Remember the thing? Yeah, there's the thing. Toasty. I like it. What's going on, Abby? Matt, what y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Was it a good week? Was it a bad week? Was it a okay week? I'm actually kind of chipper considering I'm about to like want to slip my wrist for the upcoming bad stuff. As I'd really rather not think about it because I was doing good and it like just man it puts a dampener on everything. Like my whole life's got to go on pause for 4 whole damn months. I mean I can still do this, but it's like a couple of the friends, a couple of the people that actually get on the show and everything, but a couple of people I don't show with like they're man like my closest buddy, which Gent as a matter of fact, uh, builds planes with us, but not so often. I get together with him. He's like a high school friend, college roommate, and like, dude, we only get together at 9 o'clock or later every night. I mean, whenever we can, and it's like, oh, you got more fires? Yeah, see, California is hell. I couldn't live there. The wife always wants to talk about going. It's like there's no way in hell. I mean, I'm not scared of much, but I said it before and I say it again. I don't like the ground opening underneath my feet and then like, especially in my house, and I just fall, die, and never be found. Like just bury me there. That man, no, no, I can't do that. So California, this big old out. I'm never going to California. California's like, no, it's the worst. I can't imagine. No offense, but I just can't imagine anybody wanting to live in that damn thing. And then doesn't it cost y'all like $100,000 just to live in an apartment there or something like that a year? It's like fucking ridiculous. I'm pissed off that my house cost 300,000. I mean, when I moved into my house, it was half the price it's worth right now. So that means like a 2 bedroom, 1 bath home in California is probably about $1 million right now. Maybe not up in Redneckville. Do y'all even have a Redneckville? It's a damn shame. California does need to either secede or make itself two different states because I think the California that America remembers is like the northern section. Y'all down south have ruined it for everybody. I like maybe they should just take a look at the fault line and wherever the fault would like would eventually separate. Maybe that should be another state and let them have some shit because like the rest of the state has to suffer for what that little sliver of people. Well, it's big sliver, but population wise especially. But they dictate what happens, and the rest of the state has to go along with it. You may live in a shack in the middle of the woods, but with Mount Shasta in the background. So like your minimum wage line of living works, except in California. You know, it's like I can't go shopping in San Francisco because I can't even afford a gallon of milk. Y'all with y'all $8 gallon gas. Yeah, it's like next level of hell. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I'm pissed off. It's $4.50 here. Thanks, Trump. Appreciate it. Hope you die in a fire. Die yesterday. Just die. God. Y'all idiots. Whoever voted for him is an idiot. I know I said it again to say it. I keep saying it because it's like, dude, all y'all sit. Dude, if any of y'all thought that your only chance is either voting for the girl or Trump, y'all idiots. Period. Because it's like, dude, it's people like you that are causing problems. For real. Like, y'all causing problems. Y'all, it's not even what America was built on. If people have a choice. And last I checked, there's like 8 presidential candidates. But thanks to all the guffaw, you all just think it's like red or blue, flip a coin, fuck it. Nope. Not the way it works, but y'all don't give a rat's ass. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm done. Forget it. California. I'm sorry. It sucks to be there. I have no idea. I've been trying to talk to that boy. Wait a minute. Let's find out. See if we can find out. I got the phone right here. I don't know why lately I've been bringing the phone down here. Because really, I usually don't, like, ever do that. Well, to y'all, it looks like I've done it all the damn time. But I got to look into this. Let me see here. Dude. Okay, so apparently he's at work till 11 o'clock. Which means another, 2.5 hours. 11 to 12, so it could be 3.5 hours. I can't wait that long. By then, I want to go to bed because I got to get up in the morning. I mean, I don't need to get up as early in the morning anymore, but but he apparently works till that time of night. He's got as bad a shift as Robert. Well, Robert, I don't know. I think this is kind of in the middle of Robert's shift. Hey, those fires, they ain't getting close to you, are they? Or they just burning your planes down? Man, why? Why I gotta stop talking just when I do something? It's like I can't concentrate. I can concentrate. I'm just an idiot. Okay, 8 second plane. Here we go. I saw a video not too long. I don't know. Y'all share with me if y'all seen this, but like somebody do okay, world's fastest plane. Do you see that? And he timed himself. Like, okay, I understand that, but like, I don't know, y'all. If you've been with us long enough, you know that throughout the show's life, throughout the show, we talked about. Some of us had joked and everything about how we go through. That's my God. Maybe I should do that. Maybe it wouldn't work if I did it. Maybe, maybe this sucks the biggest ass in the world. There it go. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Anyway, potato cakes. um, where was I going on that? Wait, pick me back up. Where the hell was I on that one? I was trying to get on the. I know what I'm saying. If you're timed, like people were timed, right? Ain't they timed? I mean, what's the parameters? It's got to be like formed. How is it formed? What kind of variant you talking about, Abby? I can do that. You see what I just did? Look, you want to? Why you tell me after I do the long fold? Eh, that's okay. You know what? Screw it. Let's take it out. Frequently asked questions. Anyway, like, dude, why in the hell? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I vowed to myself I was going to do this. Part of my New Year's resolution was like scrapping the scrap and crapping the crap and getting rid of some of the stuff. So I don't know if y'all remember I showed you this, but like my prop fly is still looking pretty heavy. Yeah. So I'm going to try to fix my prop fly by using some shit in prop fly. So let's not build something when I can use something so I don't have to build something. You see what I'm saying? Jelly bean. Come on. Ooh, it smells like strawberry shortcake in here. I'm sorry. Shoot me, but I've always liked strawberry shortcake. I think she's hot. I mean, okay, well, I did think she was hot when I was little. I guess that's a little sick right now. I'm not saying, oh, my bad. Rescind that previous statement. But, well, I mean, okay, if you really take it into effect, she's like 80 bajillion years old right now, isn't it? Like, has she been around for a while? The woman has been around the block. Here we go. There, okay, phase built. And that's phase 2, getting ready to rock and roll. So we'll do the phase 3. What do you mean variant? You're going to have to be specific, man. Phase 3 variant. Okay, what variant? What you talking about, Willis? Yeah. Dude, I I'm not building number 8 on this show for you. You got to get that damn thing figured out. Show me your planes. Show me the ones you built. Where's the ones you built? Where's these videos of these things flying? And the fact that you got a fleet, because you need to have a fleet, so you can tell me if these planes are working or not. I don't particularly like. Well, I mean, let me quote that. I don't. It's not that I don't like it, but it doesn't work as well for me as it does for KIA. And I know what you're saying. I can see that the train crossing over the trestle is what you're trying to get accomplished here. I understand, but by the same token, it's like, dude, we showed you. You need to get it right. You need to keep building and keep building till you get it right. Because that's how we did. I mean, look, dude, it took him 16 tries. Well, I can have. My yard is not particularly large, but I can bike or drive to wherever the hell I want to go to get a large area. And believe me when I say, it's not as beneficial as you would think. Just because, like, if I can go there, that just means I got to build planes that defend the bigger area, And I mean, like, yeah, some of mine are good, but it's like all I need to worry about is my house. Seriously, this is the base. This is the area. I ain't concerned with all that. And, of course, much less to concern about when you got fires burning down. I mean, an apartment complex is one thing, but even when we was at, like, a couple of the apartments we had, like, yeah, okay, I don't know if you got it. You probably never got a chance because I don't usually show it. I can show you something. You don't usually get a chance to see, like, any of the apartment complexes that I've had to fly in before because, like, I wouldn't show them because it's just so small. It's like, what the hell is the point? Like, there's certain areas, but I do have some shots, and I can show you, like, Goblin. I think Goblin's done that crap before. And Goblin's got, like, yeah, here you go. I don't even know if Goblin's in this freaking picture, but I like what you're talking about. That it's like, yeah, Goblin's in this picture. This was at Moreland, and if you you can see there's that little. Is that really Goblin? Wait, is Goblin in that shot? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, right above that red pickup, right above the. But see, you see this crap though. See that? Okay, in the foreground you got the curb barriers, and then you got the grass. Then you got stone. That's what that is down there at the bottom left, and then more grass. That was like a 2-foot drop there. It was a really cool layout, but my yard was basically back right there, and of course I shared it in an apartment complex. So all I had was this parking lot with like 80 other people. So yeah, I didn't have. I mean, like sometimes you just don't have that much area, and I get it. But I mean, like that's why I was flying Goblin. Goblin would only stay in that little small area. It was like I don't have to worry about that because Goblin ain't gonna go far. I mean, all those pictures that you usually see of Goblin that look pretty good. Goblin's doing its thing, especially this one because this is a popular shot. That's at that apartment. That's when it took place. That was the factory fresh bear. We had just built those. KIA was with me at the time. And we had just built those, and like we were impressed. He was impressed with the little damn thing, so I was disappointed because it flew way short. It really took some dips, but that's all at that apartment. And I don't typically have a better shot because it's like it was a small area. Sorry, you got me on a tangent because I was like, that's how it always was back then. Like sometimes we flew. Goddamn Goblin's not even in that shot. Why am I keeping that? Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't know if I got any rain tree pictures. That's back in the day, and Mark to remind you of that crap. I got Osprey though, right? Wait, yeah, yeah. There's some famous pictures of Osprey. Famous, now famous. I don't know. This is the other end of that. That's an Osprey right there. In a less than stellar shot with the other side of the thing. No, it wasn't taken the same day. It looked close though. Actually, it could have been because I was going through like testing, comparing it to old school. Although that is a warbird now. Osprey doesn't get flown no more. But that was like same parking lot area, and like, dude, like obviously, man, I'd get planes stuck on cars. Didn't get on the roof because I wouldn't fly anything that would get on the roof. I hated that garbage. That's an Osprey in flight. She's so pretty. Not bringing her back, but she's pretty. I mean, we're talking that plane's 35 years old too, and it's like, nope, not gonna do it. Just don't want to having it. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna have. Nope. Not gonna do Osprey. I don't think I got. I'm just trying to look and see like if there's anything else. You kind of. I don't think I do though. I don't think there's any. Yeah, there's not. There is no pictures I've got of any area that's like. So a lot. You're right. A lot of areas are big because I've been in houses, and when I don't have like that kind of thing, or don't have that kind of apartment complex, I like or when I have that, I don't want to fly there. So just pack up the boxes, which is why it's why you see like when you took a stroll through my studio and the factory, you saw a bunch of planes in the boxes because I always keep them ready to transport because up until I moved, I mean like we've been apartment hopping and it's like I don't want to fly there. So I always got to be ready to be mobile so I can take them a place that actually like they can spread their wings, no pun intended. So, oh, what Torturia? What phase variant? Dude, if you say 16 again, damn it, you you should have got that right because you could watch any other video and get that crap. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, I built 3, 4, 5 number 16s. Well, okay, 3 or 4. KIA's built a couple others too. It ain't that hard to get it. Oh, the okay, I should have showed this though, but this is a shot that you can't see worth a lick. You can't, man, that's a big ass picture. Oh, there's my car. I miss my car. Oh, she's in that shot. Okay, this is you've seen a bunch of these shots. Sometimes in better case, but sometimes in worse. But it's the same kind of layout. See what my car is back there. The minivan is not where the apartment is. It's like up the road from here, but this is a park, and this is a baseball diamond. And I know you've seen plenty of shots with the baseball diamond in it. I always play it in like the left field of this baseball diamond. That was Buena Park, the Buena Annex for Moreland. Um, that's where a lot of the shots were taken when they actually lived in Moreland because it just needed to be bigger, a bigger area. Like you said, it's usually a bigger area. We transport the shit out there, and good God, and then this picture's postage stamp size. We transport the planes out there and take the pictures out there. This is the same shot of the area, and it was big. It was a lot of that hot pink little birdie there is the that's a wyvern taking it at Buena, and so like yeah, we always go to a park because it's like keep it viable, keep it that sucks. That's a wyvern, but you can't tell where the hell that is. This is what I'm talking about here. This is a bad shot because it's like, why is it doing that? There you go. That's better. That's another wyvern. Um, and that was at that's where we put the launch facility. That's up there at the hell is that? I don't remember the location of that, but that's also another park that we went to when I was at the apartment because we'd look for like we never wanted to drive too far, but we wanted to go someplace we had some open area. That one could have been better. That was Knoll. That's right, Knoll. And Knoll, like these aren't particularly like big parks. Knoll was like long. You remember like the video, that water tank. Whenever you see that water tank, that video, like our intro video, right? You watch that. Son of a dick, what are you doing? When you watch the intro video for the channel, everybody thinks it's cool. That long ass flight of the Phase 3 at the end there. Like, I think the Wyvern flight was taken at Buena Park. Actually, I think so was the Coyote flight at the beginning of it. So there's 3 flights. It's Coyote at Buena, Wyvern at Buena, and then the Phase 3 was taken at Knoll. But yeah, it's always we always try to find something. If you see that water tower in the shot, that was at Knoll. And of course, like it would take a special act of godhood to go back over there because that's a long distance for me now, and I've got a place, and I've got an annex up here going, but I don't know, like for real, how much I like it. So I don't know how much I'll stick with it either. Um, there's also, I just recommend if you're gonna do it, you should go find a bigger spot. Like if you can bike to it or drive to it, if that's what you do, um, it's a better option for you. I think you should probably go and do that than like try to stay in a parking lot. I mean, like it's not a thing you find a bigger area. You don't have to, but like there's this one. I'm trying to find this one for you. This one was a park called Whitnell Park. Didn't make it into an annex. Should have. It was my old like this is old stomping grounds. Um, and I haven't shown too many of these shots, or I haven't shown them often, but you would like these. This is Vampire. This was taken at Whitnell, and Whitnell is like the oldest stomping ground. This is I didn't even think about it, but this is literally probably where IVPAC was born. Probably when I flew my first airplane, because the last time, this time I'd been there a couple times, but when I took these shots, it was different. This was like like 10 years ago, but the last time I'd been there on the regular basis, I was like 5 years old. But this is when I built my first plane in this elementary school because we were building planes. So my elementary school back then at Whitnell is like downtown Milwaukee, and that's another that area back there is like a all-in-one baseball park and stuff, and you can see like I'll show you just a little bit more. We'll get a tutorial, I promise. So, like you got me started, now I can't stop. That's how it always is. You gotta learn. You gotta learn. Like in some cases, the house. Yeah, that's not a good one. The houses are also brand new and really close. I make sure. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. This is like the opposite direction of that shot you just took. Probably the same vampire. No, wait, the vampire is white. Okay, but see, there's a playground there, and there's a street there with some houses. So I parked close to this end because I think there were dog running the other side, and I didn't want to interfere. So I was flying these around, um, and like it's a pretty big area. There's better. I'm trying to see if I got any with the school in it facing the sunset because those were some shots, and if like they were there, like the house and street were to the east. Um, but like seeing where my old school was, uh, damn, like damn. I know I didn't take too many shots that direction because the sun was going down, so I had the sun that way. So you don't get this chance to see that often in the shots because I think I is this one? Nope, that's at Knoll. So yeah, but what we do is we call them annexes. Like whenever we go to live someplace, we end up like, okay, we know this isn't a good spot. Like even if it's a house, you get a lot of trees, you'd be like, well, I don't want to go there. Like this shot, you can't see it. That's a vampire heading towards my school, but the sun was setting, so you can't really see anything at the school. It's a beautiful shot, really is like perfect inline shot of vampire. So you get to see the bihedrals and everything, but it's not. You can't see the school. I mean, not that you matter, but anyway, it's like yeah, you always look for the bigger spot. Look for the spot that you can fly in and take more advantage of. I think this one. Oh yeah, here's a better shot. My bad. This one here. This is like the people with the dog were like beyond that big tree, those two big trees back there. You couldn't even see them in this shot, which is good. They're probably just off to the right. But that fence right there, because the fenced-in area demarcated the park, which is the grass, of course, and all that asphalt and crap, which is probably 60 years old. I probably played on that when I was a kid. I'm saying they probably ain't repaved it, but all that is where the school was. Still is there. I think it's still an elementary school. It's odd that when you grow up and like you look back, and a lot of times your school, if you go back to your school, you're like, well, that ain't my school no more, because like most of the times they just get too small. But because of the redistricting, I guess they kept Whitnell and they kept it a school. Like it's my house is like a third of the size of it. It's a small school. I ain't saying I'm in like one schoolhouse. I ain't dinosaur age yet, but you know what I mean. So, but anyway, yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A little sidetrack. But what I boils down to is like, yeah, if you do have a small area, if you can make your planes work in the area, make your planes work in the area. But if you can't, go find yourself a shady spot. Something bigger that you can fly in, so they won't get lost in there. I mean, it's a much better idea. It's a much better. It's better for your testing. It's better for your aircraft. It's just, I don't know if I got. It's too bad too because a lot of these are some really good shots of Vampire. I don't know why don't showcase the aircraft as much. Um, I'm extremely pleased with Vampire, so like I kind of, it's not an Anglophile, even though I've named it Javelin and Vampire and all this crap. Ja- What's another one? I got like three or four. Banshee. I don't do it because of I like Britain or anything. Quite the contrary, but now I lost the shots. Now I'm like, no. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. See the two trees, the basketball, and then that's the school. There you go. She's flying in. That's a really pretty shot. But that shows a lot more stuff. Uh, School in the background. Couple more vampires on the ground. Yeah. See it. Zoom in right there. Yeah. It's a pretty shot. That's one of my wallpapers right there. It's a very pretty shot. Pretty aircraft. And like this, I mean, the weather was just cooperating. See, it's funny that when you take the shot into the sunset, it looked the way that warm yellow shot, the way that was. Uh, this here, oh my God, where's the plane? There it is. Oh, this one's too big. Hold on, bear with me, folks. There is a bear with me. Oh, that sucks. Hold up. Now, so I'm showcasing pictures again, but whatever. This shot, another vampire, but like same time. You notice like how, not the Santiago, uh, same time. You know, it's like so. This is like a warmish, orangish, yellowish picture with like a glow to it, and obviously the plane is dark, shadowing and stuff like that. But that picture that you saw before, same day, within the same 30-minute, probably 15-minute time span. I mean, because just flying, this isn't like hours later. This is like the same time frame. It just matters which angle you take the shot. Why is this picture distorted? How am I losing pictures? Yeah, same kind of thing. That one is actually glitched. Huh. That kind of sucks. Wonder where this came from. But all these actually, same shots. Same day. I mean, I did spend like 2 or 3 hours out there, but I flew in groupings, and I think I only brought like uh screw it. I think I only brought javelins, wyverns, and vampires out there. Might not even brought that much. I can't remember. I took this shot. This is the aircraft that are were arrived there, and that's the boxes. And I'm like, one of them's got the jabs because the jabs go everywhere. Interceptors always go along. And it was only basically I think a vampire and wyvern day. So vampires were flying at this point, and then wyverns were flying the other time. I I couldn't even actually quote on that. I'm trying to prove that by looking through the shots again to see if that was actually true or that it was. Maybe this is like one of the background shots. Nope, that's Noel. That's Noel. Whenever the highway is back there in some of the shots that you see with the water tower, that's Noel. So, but whenever it's like, oh, and this is like if you've seen, good Lord God, transition better. You see these, of course, that's big showing. Three of us were out there flying. I believe that was KIA, me, and Missile were out there. Um, that's a lot of stuff. NASA's might have been out there this time, actually. I don't remember. Mark, were you out there? You remember? Was this with you along? That's La Follette. That was the site of our big, huge fly-in. Probably, well, with my current, the current connections and lineup, probably the site of the biggest fly-in to date. Uh, or with the current crew. So yeah, La Follette is like if you see the ones like I know you've seen it. There's one that we do. Crap. Yeah, the big shot here with the open area, or like the one that we like to use, keep them flying because it's all of us. This is the background of one of the shots. Um, yeah, you see it. Yeah, because there's three planes in that shot. I was taking a picture, so that wasn't four. I should have gave it to one of our girls, but yeah, you can see. Like I point them out in the wallpaper, but like there's KIA's, missiles, and NASA's are all in the shot. They're here too. They're not like. Oh wait, no, they're not. Hold on, let me transition. Now they're all in the shot. There's three aircraft flown by three different people in the shot. You see the bright white one up there in the top left, and then straight. If you go straight down in the trees, you see another one, and then if you go straight right from that, you obviously see number three there, which I believe is an exile. Chaos. So yeah, that one's the La Follette fly-in. Showcase some pretty good shots. Um, they're mostly together on that one there. What the hell? This is like shortly after the takeoff. Why is that not look the way it looks? How? Is it not the picture I chose? Why does it look like that? It should have been this one. It's cropped? It must be cropped because it shouldn't look like that. Anyway, forgive me. I'm just trying to look through them. Nostalgic's sake. But there's still three aircraft in that shot. And that's a different flight. If you look to the big, tall, green spruce tree just to the left, you see one. Obviously, you see the one to the left. You can see two to the left because you got one on the roof line there. That's a Firecat. I believe that one up there is a Nebula. And then you got probably another Chaos. He was trying to showcase some good. KIA was trying to fly some good ones, so he'd always fly Chaos. But this is the one. It was a lot of people watching the show. Yeah, and obviously, like we had picks because that's the one infamously had tons of aircraft at. That's what it looked like after we really got them out and about. Like there was a bunch of them. Yeah, don't ask me how to do Firecat. I can do Firecat. Well, actually, Firecat's a lot easier than I thought it was. I have a couple of examples here, so I could make Firecat, but I gotta have NASA's permission. So, I mean, I don't necessarily have to. Just I kind of like to wait, but it matters not. But these shots are wicked weird. I don't understand why they're. The funny thing is I look at them and they do that, and it's like I think the crop is on. The crop must be on because they're not supposed to look like that. It is, and they're not. Oh, the bottom's cropped. Go to defaults. I got 0. There we go. Oh, I see. So they're all cropped. See, now it looks a little different. Yeah, it did that shift. Now I got there. See, now you got to see it. There's a plane in that shot. Uh, oh, yeah, it's dead middle, which is now in this particular one that you're looking at right now is in like the upper. But La Follette is a big park. There's like 3 baseball fields, and where we were at, you weren't even close to them. But it's very hilly. So if you see any shots like that, in particular the ones where there's a baseball field around, that plane's in the shot somewhere. It's probably it is in the trees. Oh, it's right there. Okay, it's in the trees, just to the left of that center line house. I'm actually really good, like because in a camera eye, I'm still tracking it. It just translates out to a bad picture because obviously the camera's like I'm working the zoom and I don't want to like lose focus, but I'm getting the shot. So the birds are usually in the center of the shot almost all the time. I'm at least good about that. So they just get a center shot and you see the aircraft. I have no idea why the hell it looks like that. There we go. That is an exile. Since I took most of the pictures, I know it's mostly not my planes. Every once in a while, I'd hand the camera off, or so on and so forth. So there's a lot of shots there uh, for giggles. There's 3 birds in that shot. Wait, didn't one of them go like way the hell out? I have to judge by where their vision goes. Because one of them watches. This shot actually shows all of them. They're all in the shot. Like here, you can see them. They're launching their respective birds. And they pretty much cross paths. But one of them is taking like a path like way the hell out there. And quite frankly, I'm surprised it's not Firecat. Because Firecat is probably the stuntier version of everybody else's bird. But I think like K was using a common Chaos and Missile was using a common Nebula. So they were getting some age on their airframe, so they were not doing what they would typically do. And I believe NASA's was actually testing Firecats, so there was like a plethora of them, and a lot of them were fresh. They didn't really have that much flight on the airframe. So it was doing things it wouldn't normally do either, but it was through testing. So you got a chance to see, like I said, it's really cool to catch that because you don't get a chance to usually catch any more than 1 or 2 aircraft in the flight in the air at the same time. So that's why I was like, we got to get these shots because we probably never get that shots again. I mean, it could be, but this, I can't even tell. I really can't even tell. It's a good shot, though. It makes it look like it was just a hazy day. It wasn't a cloudy day. But it makes it look way more different than it normally would have. Looking at all the planes on the ground there, like, yeah. That's actually almost everything. It only cuts, it cuts like 3 off. There's 3 off to the extreme right. And I was trying to get the people out of the shot because if I flip it the other way, it cuts 4 off because one's here. Here's the right side shot. There's people there, but there's 3 more and then one in the foreground. So, well, I know somebody asked about their 332 tutorial, and I was like questioning that as I was talking because I was like, dude, I remember like, Abby, you weren't here last week, I guess, because I'd said like, I got to get out of this. Me and Matt were getting into it a little bit, which was really cool. It was very fun with you, Matt. When there weren't fires burning. Is that fire burning on top of your house, man? You all right? I mean, we had fires, but anyway, so we were talking about it, and I was like, I have to get out of this mindset where I'm kind of secretive, like I always have been, because we're so. I mean, as IVPAC members, we're really military style, like really military style. Like when I started it, I always suspected like we would when we got into paper airplane war, it was more of a matter of um we bombed enemy planes. We didn't steal their tech, or we stole their tech. They'd steal our tech, and so on and so forth. So it's very serious business, and like it's just held a tradition because, on top of that, we see ourselves as military, so we try not to like. It's reason why we have the parameter of like if you join up, we'd really prefer it if you don't use another member's aircraft. As a matter of fact, we won't accept you if you do that. You have to have your own design. That's a prerequisite for membership in the IVPAC. It's like you have to have 5 designs of your own, 5 of your own designs. And they must be able to fulfill the basic roles, what we conceive as the basic roles. And basically, that's the core 5 that we always talk about. We always say the core 5. Now, I mentioned that time and time again because people always ask, like, what is the core 5? What are the ones that you say, like, you got to be like, to get in if you're a member or something like that? And, like, I consider it really mild, but, like, the core 5 is, like, what do you do in a paper airplane war? This is what I base it off of, right? So you want to be able to, like, bomb the enemy. And seriously, when you look at it, that's mostly your primary concern is like an attack of some kind or bombing. So there's four strike options, which include a medium bomber. But like all three strike aircraft, the short, the medium, and the long range, or the close to short, short to medium, medium to long. The medium bomber, because I figured it's like a small balance. Like it's not too small, but it's not overly large. And then the interceptor. That's the core five we always ask everybody to build. Um, and it also gets you because it also gets you the basic it stretches your imagination. It's like you're building the interceptor's got to be the straight line fastest bird you have, right? So prove to me you can make an interceptor. The close to short range support is your stunt plane. Prove to me you can make a stunt plane. Prove to us. But it's been me, but it's always been us. And then the others are just the same thing. It's like these are planes you're gonna want. You're gonna want the plane that like you can throw and it comes back to you like a boomerang. You're gonna want to see one that just goes straight as a freaking arrow, and then you want to see that glides beautifully. Your medium to long range striker, and to a lesser extent, the short to medium range attacker. It glides. It just doesn't glide as far as your striker. That's the only thing. That's the only difference, and that's what like I said, that's what we always talk about the core five. If you have those of your own design, because I mean, like, believe me, it won't just be me that judges you. I always ask, especially the more members, I probably wouldn't, but it goes through a review, a panel review of the members, and it's like that looks close to mine, or that is mine, or that doesn't qualify, or I exported that. If it doesn't, it's fine. You pass. You're in. But yeah, I know, but I don't. One of my biggest problems is I don't actually actively kind of like. I'm not. I don't know why. I'm probably an idiot for that because you got, you know, 20, 25, 30, 35, 55, 15-year-old girls shaking their asses, getting like thousands of subscribers because dudes are stupid. And then you get other dudes that like, well, I mean, I don't understand how many videos of video games can you fucking watch, but there's dozens of those and they get that crap. But I should, but I don't actively pursue anything. So I don't know why. It is actually growing. Not maybe by membership style, but like I watch me and, sorry, we watch the analytics, and like according to those numbers, we're growing. People watch more often, and there's a wider variety of videos being watched. So apparently it works. I should probably throw out like a brief period. I refuse to believe in you have to like spend money to make money. I hate being part of that. I hate being part of that. I don't like that. I refuse to believe that's the case. But anyway, it might be making me suffer. I could spend cash to do that. I think some of them really do that. They like just dip your toe in the water, spend a little bit of money to get the viewers, then you can stop, and then everybody will come forth because Google will sprout you up and promote you. You know, so or YouTube will. It's still Google anyway. So I haven't done that. I probably should. I probably could. I just haven't. I don't know. We'll see. Or you got to do the right things because I mean, like you pick on me. Like a lot of times we do this, we're live. We're one of the few that do this live, so there is that. But there's also like there's not too many official how to builds. There's just we build on the show. So while this is probably a very unique and very small niche of the like paper airplane community, um, we don't like I said, like I think everybody always wants to see the flights and then the how to builds, which is really the important shit. So and we haven't gotten too many out there. Plus I need some cameraage, bruh. So I can't give you a Venom tutorial, bro. I can't do that. I don't know how to build that damn thing. That's why I retired it. The one-off is seriously a one-off. If I tell you how to build it, it'll never be the same way twice. And then you really will be upset with me because it's like, well, why didn't it work this way? Because it never works the same way twice. And the Venom NG, I like to call it that. It's still the Venom 1.0, but it's also the Venom NG because the original Venom, like that new Venom that Mark will swear by because me and him were just laughing like madmen watching that thing fly off into the distance. It's capable of amazing flight because I think the way it works, obviously, and you've seen it, it finds a perfect balance. But its major flight can contest with like the longest phases, the longest chaoses, the longest, well, anything, Thunderbolts, Spiders, Air Raiders out there. The problem is, the problem is, it's not supposed to do that. The original Venom was like a short to medium range attack plane. And it was never in contest. Like, I mean, I like it, but it was never in contest to be with, never to be contested with a phase 3 or 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Like, it's ridiculous. So, like, when you look at that, hell, do I even need pictures of Venom? Supposedly, yes. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, I do. Yeah, you've seen it. You've seen this one because, holy fuck, that's a big shot. Roar. Venom could be, like, without a doubt, seriously, one of the smoothest birds I've made. Like, there's a lot of folds in the nose to get it like that, and then there's a lot of tape. But for just all that's up in there, there's a lot of cuts. And that's the trick. Like, I can get the folds right and show you how to do the folds all day. It's the cuts and when, most importantly, the when that I get wrong. Because I like when you take it apart, it's like, okay, so when did I cut it? There are cuts. There's more than one cut, but I don't know when I did it. And unlike my typical shit, I didn't like, because it was an NG anyway. I didn't expect it to go anywhere, and I sure as hell didn't expect anybody to ask for a tutorial on it. Because hell, when I initially built it, I don't think there was a YouTube, and I mean the NG. I don't even mean, or at least I wasn't on. No, I would have been on, but I didn't think to do this, so I didn't do that. You know what I mean? So that's the way it was. I like. We might have a sit. Abby, I promise you, we might have a sit down. Not tonight, because I want to have like an entire show and like let's try to get Venom, and we'll just literally do a Venom show. How about that? I promise you, we'll do that. It'll be a special one-off. You can even consider it just for you if you want. We'll do a Venom show, and we'll sit there and we'll try to craft that damn thing, and you guys can help out because it'll be a learning process. It'll almost be like a world playing like Axe is, like the Axe program. And I got to say that too because like I don't want to. We're already 45 minutes, 50 minutes into the show. I'd have to go and dig it out. I'm not entirely sure where it is. I know it's in the palace, but I'd have to dig it out. And then I'd have to probably, well, it's already broken down, but you know what I mean? I just want to be prepped. I'm not prepped yet. I want to make sure I got the right equipment. Well, I got all that stuff. Just not right now. Like I said, we'll just do a dedicated Venom show, okay? Promise. That will be. I'll try to like within the week. How about that? Within a week. Is any day good for you? Maybe I'll throw it up over the weekend here. Want me to make it live or you want to be recorded? I guess live so you can kind of get questions in or something like that. But I mean, I can turn it into a regular tutorial. Either case. Hell, maybe I'll put it on my channel because I haven't put much shit on my channel, and I kind of want to. You know, I didn't think about that, and we talked with the boys about how we do like the how to builds, and like we should say like we've always talked about like here on this channel, and then on our contractor channels, but maybe that's the whole key. Maybe we don't do how to builds on this channel. Maybe we do them on our contractor channels to get them to point to here. Then again, we will probably get any view. Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. Because we were always talking about like, okay, so the how to builds, the tutorials would be on our channels, and it wouldn't be live. They'd be recorded and they'd be set to music, or they'd be us talking. But then like whatever channel got us being silent and the music, the other channel would get us being live and us talking. One way guides you through it. The other one just shows you. So I don't know, either or. But yes, we'll do a Venom show. Like I said, maybe I'll do it on my channel. I need to put some more shit on my channel. The shorts go up there. But like I said, I got to kick shorts this one's way too because my boys ain't backing me up over here. We need some, channel, shit on this channel too. Need to, like you said, we need to get some more members. This isn't like simply joining up. It's just like being excited about it. But what did you want on a phase though? I mean, what were you trying to do? Attempts to rise? No. I don't need no more rising going on. God damn it. I needed to be right where it's at for another 3 months. That's just asking too much, I'm sure. Whatever. I don't care. Lately, I've been really neglectful of some stuff too because I've been like doing other shit, kind of life getting in the way, but kind of some games getting in the way, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. So, like, I got to get back to my coolness. Got to get back to some coolness. So, phase two. Oh, this is an early one. This is 604. Got 700. And he's number 600. Now, with phases, I can do this because I know where I'm going to put the wing. I know where I'm going to put the stuff. And not only that, but not only do I know where it's going to go, but I don't care where it's going to go because phase works no matter where you put that cut. I mean, I could have cut it here and made this go halfway up. And like obviously the slanted trailing edge works really good, for the duration, the entire width of the aircraft, but like if you leave it square up to here, it don't care. It's going to like it anyway. So what I really should have done is made it a little bit more quirky. But we'll deal. I might cut a little bit more though. Yeah, I'm gonna cut a little. No, I'll keep it like that because we're gonna do the DSRS, the downward slope. Wait, my bad. This is the USRS, the upward slope rudder. Oh my God, I can't cut. Very important, people, when you make the cuts, you want to make sure you pinch the aircraft together as much as possible, or else that lower portion of the cut is going to fade away from the scissors. It's going to do some kind of wicked weird crap that you don't want it to do. Again, that's important. So this is something. Good God, stop! I remember to wear the headphone today, so I didn't get in the way because I knew I was going to be building something, and now I'm still getting in the way. So what I'm going to want to do, of course, here is get the wing to be right there. Let's see how successful I am at that. Ooh, we got an idea. Abby, you're gonna love this. This is a different. I don't usually build because phase, like I said, like phase always suffers from, if you want to call it that. It always enjoys being so basic. So, wrong one. Don't want to use that. Let's use that. Oh. 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 Man, oh yeah, there she goes. Yeah, that's kind of with prices that are insane. So I'm gonna give it winglets. Ben, this one's for you, pal. I ain't seen you in a while, Ben. Where you at, brother? You doing okay over there at Skunky? I'm gonna give it true winglets. What I consider the true winglets, or what we've always considered the true winglets. Once again, though, something that phases don't necessarily like. You really should use an X-Acto knife to do this. It's not 100% necessary, but you should do that because it's tough when it goes this far. Let me see. Because you want to get them. Try not to cut yourself. X-Acto knives are extremely sharp. But you're going to want to do it this way so you know you got control over how much cut you're making. And it's a delicate procedure, of course. Like you could use scissors, but why would you do that? Why would you use scissors? You have to kind of unfold. And of course, I could do that because of the way the state of the aircraft is. I could literally just unfold and do that. And you're going to ask me now why the hell I didn't do that. But like I like having the pocket to kind of guide the cut. There we go. So there's that. So anyway, it like creates. I'm going to try to make the anhedrals. these winglets, the initial winglets, smaller, and I didn't make the winglet. I didn't make the true winglets big enough. Dad blasted, dad blasted, dad blast. A lot of times, you guys are probably, if you build along with me, if you build a different phase or whatever, you'll probably find it like, yeah, it didn't like it like that. Well, because phase flies really good anyway. Sit with me on this and you learn. Yeah, phase is really like absolutely nothing. This one promises to be pretty good though because the son of a bitch. These are some extremely small anhedrals. This means there's going to be a lot of wing, and something phases like is more wing with smaller horizontal, or excuse me, smaller vertical surfaces. There we go. Damn it! That's going to create a rip, which is also going to create a bad situation on the leading edge of that. Why didn't you warn me before I did that? That's going to be serious. Okay, it actually kind of worked, but I also split it. Fudge. Hope that didn't screw that up. Now, one thing it does like, phases have always liked, is that stress from the wing pocket going out there. So by giving it these winglets, it's kind of taking away that stress. So hoping that doesn't really screw it up. I say that, but I hope that every time I build these birds. So this is, yeah, this is this will eventually make the wings wide because the anhedrals are the initial winglet. The anhedrals here are stupid small. And like I said, I'm probably going to keep the USRS here down somewhere here, somewhere in that range, like this. So the smaller the fuselage, the bigger the wing, obviously. So yeah, that's all you do. It's like there's nothing special to it. I don't add anything. We don't subtract anything. It's just basically how you fold that and this is how it makes the wings wider. So yes, I'm trying to do that because I remember like as I've gotten more advanced in the folding project, I've always like taken that away. But when I used to build them, I used to build them with small ass fuselages, and then they came the way they should. There we go. Yeah, this will be good. Yeah, this will. This will be good. She's gonna be great. This is gonna work out really well. I'm actually doing this too, which is something I don't usually do. So this ought to turn out quite well. Yeah, this will be a lot like 218. Other than the winglets, there. I mean, obviously 218 didn't get that. 218 had nothing special. But then again, like it all depends on what you get out of the aircraft because like 172, like I mean, again, you may have heard me talking if you've been with us long enough, and you know like even NASA's been long enough now that everybody recognizes as well as you do. Like number 16, that's why we number the planes. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. It's why we number the planes. But like through history, I've known aircraft that have done good. 067, 042, 047, 067, 172, 193, 198, 199, 404, 218, 236, 363. All of these aircraft were outstanding in one way or another, and some of them were outstanding in different ways. 218 was really good with the wide wings. 172 and 262, which I didn't mention before, but mention now, they did really good with bigger fuselages. But they were ones that actually got their wings to kind of curve down that made me develop a couple. So this will be a bad little bird right here, though. The only thing I'm worried about this is like we made the wide wings, but we took the pressure off of the leading edge of these winglets. So I don't know if she. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's pretty. Yeah, that's 218 esque. Now you could either leave these flat. She may or may not like that, or you can fold them up. My intention was to fold them. Oh yeah, dude, that is sleek. Yeah, she's pretty badass. That's about as 218-esque as I can make her. Like for real. I mean, like anything smaller than that, I don't usually try to go that route. I did it one time. It didn't like it. It really did not like it. I took away almost all the fuselage and basically turned it into like a flying wing sort of thing. Yeah, it didn't like that one very much at all. I couldn't stick with that. You're welcome to try it if you try to build them, but they really, yeah, they don't like that much. I can't believe how little, like seriously, it's like, why didn't it stick? Why didn't it? I'm bringing her along for a comparison. I always keep the most well-known variants. I always keep the most well-known variants by. Look at the age on that bird. Damn, she still got wider wing. Wait. Oh, I didn't pinch the tail. This one's pretty pinched. Yeah, this one's got wider wings. This one's got wider wings than 218. This is 218. Yeah. But then again, 218's wings curl too, so 218 has got some age. She's lost her. She's lost her. This was done with a notebook paper. She doesn't have the blue lines anymore. Still got a nice curve to her though. She's still got that form. Oh, you can't read that. Yeah, there you go. Well, I flip her over. Yep, October 9th of 1990. 1990. 36 years old she is. That is hot. I love having a bird that old. I love having a bird that old. 36 years old. Still got some form. Still, like I'd fly her. I'm not gonna not fly her, dude. Because Exile is a Phase 3. I'm telling you, man. It's the exported version of it. He bought it, not like literally, but like he's like, yeah, that's what it is. He knows. That's why he built it that way. All he's doing is throwing new tech on it. The phases are readily available because they're just too easy. It's one of the reasons I stopped making twos and stop making threes, and now they're part of the attrition squadrons. That one needs some tape on the tip though. Gotta tape that. Gotta tape that. This better work. Okay, it worked. She just got it around here. Doesn't have anything around the. I can't believe the nose has survived so many years. Because the nose of 218, there's no tape right here on 218. Anywhere forward my finger, that doesn't have any tape. The only tape is a strip right here. There's tape here because that was added later. That's structural strengthening tape because that's the center of gravity. That's where she gets launched. And it's got a lot of wrinkles in it because of how many launches she's been through. And that, of course, it's a structural weak point because the aircraft collapses on that. No, 218 is not a single sheet. I don't make single sheet phases. They don't work. Ask NASA's about that one. They never really worked for me enough that I was going to accept the aircraft. And then, of course, as like, okay, he was late to the party, but like what we debated on is like, okay, so that was a different aircraft. So it's a different aircraft. I mean, some of the tech that I add on the phases makes it wonder if like that's a different aircraft. But I mean, you see that too? They've even got the rudder. Like 218 has USRS. It's just at a different degree that the brand new one has. I gave it a severe degree of USRS. I call that's upward slope rudder setting and downward slope rudder setting when it's the other way. Um, Kind of silly, but it's because they always cut the rudder, and we cut a different angle. It should be a ACR, angle cut rudder, or CAR. No, that was I got to come up with an acronym. It's one of the only things I don't really come up with good acronyms for, or one of the only things I haven't come up with a good acronym for. Mark, I need help. Work on that one. But yeah, there you go. So 218, 604. I mean, this plane's already 8 years old. Yeah, she's pretty old already without having even been flown because the paper, while the aircraft has never been flown and never been formed, the paper's already, what is it, 2026? Oh, shit. It may be older than that. I can tell by the, I mean, I know the date, but. So I got to write down on it when she was formed. Now officially formed today because I do that for the aircraft in Pry Fly because the Pry Fly dates that are on them always is the date the body was formed, so that's technically the age of the bird, but the stresses of the aircraft and ready for flight was a different date. Now I've yet to go through a problem with like a rollout first flight date like that. Typically because like if I roll out a different design, I'm gonna fly it sometime soon. I'm not gonna wait a year, 3, 10 before I fly the aircraft. I make the body. So what's today's date? MY 2026. Yeah, I usually do that with the ones like this. I didn't used to on a Pry Fly, but I realized the same thing that again, not the show, but like something we were talking about with the rest of the group. Um, like, well, the date that you put on the body, if you wait that long, the aircraft hasn't flown since then. It might have rolled out that date, but it didn't fly that date. This aircraft hasn't its first flight. It's already 10 years old. That sounds like a U.S. government kind of problem. One last thing with this one. We actually are going to do what I intended to do in the first place. So we're gonna tuck these back up here, and then we're gonna fold the winglets as you would fold winglets on a true aircraft. I don't want to keep them flat. Y'all are welcome to keep them flat. But my whole point of this was to try them the way winglets are meant to be tried. And this is like basically what you can consider a new experiment for me because the last time I did this was eons ago. Not even kidding. It's been a long time. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe I've gotten advanced enough that this actually flies proper now. So, Matt, you want to take the mantle up on that one? You are the export king. I mean, I don't know. Like, obviously, I've had some pretty successful exports because I've exported like to before the days of the internet. I was able to export the phases to 8 different people. 10 if you count people that really direct in my sphere of influence, like either in IVPAC or in our design team. Uh, that almost makes it kind of an X-wing. She looks much better after that fold, but now they're up, which is how they intended to be. So she's pretty good. This is actually probably going to be a pretty good bird. I'll see if I can try to get a flight for y'all out of this one. It's always dark when we do the show, so I can't go out there and fly it, but there she goes. Looks pretty sweet. Compared to the 36-year-old lady, she's pretty good. Exporting is like, have you ever heard it in the real world? These cars are exports, but like, you build them overseas with intention to go to some other country. Our exports are like that. We build them with perfect intent for other people to have them. That's why the AX program, export aircraft experiment. Like, it's not that it's an experiment for me or anybody. It's just the aircraft is, and anybody could use it. I built that as a world plane. It's like I said, it's a live plane. Y'all build it, and we'll work on it together. And actually, I really would kind of like to know if anybody's got anything going on with that bird. It's I'm still excited by the idea and like proposition. If anybody's got like anything on it, like what happened, what we got flights, we got work, we got what kind of tech. Do I need to put something on there? Do y'all need to have some help with some tech on there? Let's go. You know, wanted to see what Axe was all about. So, yeah, but I built it for an export. I built it for you guys. I built it, but I'm not using it. I built it explicitly for export. You guys have it. So you guys can have something like this. I am anxious about this one. This one does look pretty hot. She's got some build quality to her. So any plane that you build that has a good wing pocket, you can obviously give these kind of winglets to by just doing what I did. You split it off of there. And I mean, like you could prevent using the X-Acto by just unfolding that wing pocket during the fold and cutting it with scissors. If you want to keep it more streamlined. Doesn't really matter, but however you choose to do it, obviously, it's on you. Well, gee, thanks, Abby. That gave me a good plane to work on and a good. That was really, really beneficial. I appreciate that. I was literally kind of like debating on waging war with myself over what aircraft I'd possibly build, during the show, and you solved the problem for me. So I appreciate that. And obviously appreciate you coming out. I was hoping I could put this on something. I didn't have the sheets ready to build a big ass aircraft because I got a good idea for like I said, this is a great freaking cargo piece. So yeah, next week maybe. Sorry, my heart stopped a little. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. 16, 36. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how old she is. She's old, but she ain't that old. It's not the oldest plane I have, but it is one of the oldest. Definitely one of the oldest still flying. So anyway, that's it, guys. We're gonna kill it because that was a good show. I appreciate the assistance on that, Abby. And yes, we will let's do a Venom show. We'll see if we can get a Venom show out for you. So you can enjoy the Venoms of the world, as it were. I like keeping that damn thing right there. It kind of takes the glare off. Anybody know how to take that glare off? I don't know. Maybe with a better camera. I gotta buy better cameras anyway. So, with that said, we had a good show. Nice of you to stop in, Matt. Appreciate that. Just knowing that you're back there. Stay cool, brother. If you like, we don't need to hear about you burning down. I always feared that anyway. Like I said, I love you, California people. It's because like got more balls than I do. I wouldn't live in that hellhole. I firmly believe that. I mean, you got to take balls of steel to go into a place that you don't know could be burned down one day and just be swallowed by the earth hole the next. And y'all voluntarily live there. And the cost of living is like embarrassing for almost every country in the world, including ours. And yet, you guys are there putting up with it. Man, next level. Impressive. Like Mexico City has double the people that New York or LA have, and yet their cost of living is still a third of either of those towns. Wow. I can't imagine being around that many morons. Anyway, I'm sorry. So yeah, appreciate that, Avi. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching. We'll try to work on some more fanage for you. And like I said, we'll try to we'll do a Venom thing. I'll get something set up. Like make it kind of like an exclusive thing. I won't say for Avi, but you know what I mean. So we'll do a Venom show and we'll see if we can. What we can do. I mean, I don't know. We'll get it right, but maybe between you, me, and whoever decides to build it, and I can get somebody some input, we can figure out if we can make it right again. That plane can be really impressive if done right. Chances are it's going to fly good, but it can be like ridiculously impressive if done right. So there's that to look forward to. But anyway, again, Appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for flying and building. And obviously, you guys were making your own videos. There were some good videos out there. I did watch some this week. I did watch some older ones this week because I was trying to get some reference points. Uh, it's always fun to watch that crap. It's always fun to watch some of the ones that were even older than that. Go back and look at some of the ones that are 16 years old. Those are amazing. But anyway, yeah, again, once again, thanks for coming out. Look forward to some more cool shows. There might be some more recorded shows because I'm about to go into like limbo for a little bit. But you guys shouldn't suffer. Just only the people closest to me, unfortunately, have to suffer. But in the meantime,